on that process. What is the reality of climate change and the human impact on that process?
Well, the average temperature of the planet does seem to be going steadily upwards.
Since when?
Since the mid-80s.
So
it went down in the 70s.
I remember all the fears about the ice age.
Yes,
coming.
in the 70s.
So we were told the planet is about to freeze in the 70s.
Yeah, it was very, and that wasn't a fringe view, by the way. It was, covers of Time and Newsweek and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, people have forgotten that.
Yeah, and it was going to be 6 degrees of cooling, and it was going to be amazing changes, and that didn't happen. It bottomed out and started warming gently, and since then it's warmed at about 1/4 of a degree per decade on average across the last 30, 40 years, and it's maybe they say it's 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels now, but pre-industrial levels did this, so which bit do you want to prove? I mean, we know that in the medieval period it was warmer than today, because you find whole forests that are emerging from melting glaciers now. Well, there were forests in 1500 where there's no there would have been no glacier there now. So the glaciers come and then gone away again since. So we're not in a period of unprecedented warmth. We're not in a period of unprecedentedly fast warmth. We're not in a period of increasing extreme weather. Floods, droughts, storms, there's no increase in their either frequency or severity. But at the same time, the carbon dioxide we're putting in the air is having a very measurable effect that's beneficial. And we refuse to take that into account. And that is global greening. There is more green vegetation on the planet now compared with the 1980s, equivalent to a continent the size of North America that's been added of green vegetation. That's an enormous impact. It's approximately 16 or 17% more green vegetation on the planet now than there was in the 80s. And that's because carbon dioxide is plant food. And when there's more in the air, the plants grow better, particularly in arid areas. Now, that's had an effect on crop yields. It's not the only effect on crop yields, but it's 15% is quite a good improvement. If you add the dollar value of that up, it's very hard to make it smaller than the dollar value of the increase in warmth that has done damage. Because even the warmth, that means that fewer people are dying in winter. And yet there are so many vested interests now in continuing to talk about it as a crisis and fund it as a crisis that I'll not get a hearing for what I just said.